This short video will walk you through how to add RSS feeds to your Bloglines account. Clicking on the tab for feeds, my feeds will show up on the left-hand side. I'm going to start with a feed from Delicious. I've done a search within my own Delicious for the tag 21st Century Classroom. You could do this searching the entire Delicious space for any tags that you want. When you scroll down to the bottom of that page, you'll find a link that says RSS feed for that page. I click that link, and that will create an RSS feed for me. Copy the URL with Control-C and paste that over here in Bloglines. Click Add, and there it is where you paste the URL. Click Subscribe. I'm going to add this to my education folder. Scroll on down. This Monitor by Bloglines notifier, this is a little application that you can install on your computer with Bloglines. It'll show up in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Anytime you have a new item show up within any particular feed that's being monitored by Bloglines notifier, you'll be notified with a sound and a change in the looks of this icon. This is what I use to keep track of my students' blogs, so I don't need to check their blogs every day to see if they've posted anything. I only need to check them when this tells me they've actually added information. Scrolling down to the bottom of the list, I click Subscribe. On the left-hand side of the screen now, you'll see that I have an education folder with 10 items of Delicious in there. It'll always default to 10 when you first start it up. Let's go get another feed. This time we'll go over to the New York Times. And most newspapers will have a collection of feeds now, and they'll break it out by topic. And here's the New York Times education section. Clicking the orange box for RSS. I will copy with Control-C that address, go to Bloglines. I'm going to click Add. Paste the URL and click Subscribe. Control-V to paste. I'll select the same folder, Education, and I'll leave everything else the same, the default settings, and click Subscribe. Let's do one more here. You'll notice that I now have New York Times and Delicious both under the Education folder. Here's a very interesting blog, the Cog Dog blog. This gentleman, Alan Levine, does some very interesting writing in terms of education. Let's say that you want to follow his writings in his blog. In this case, he actually has a way to syndicate this, and he has put a link in here that allows you to automatically subscribe to his site with any of these particular RSS feed aggregators. So we've got Bloglines, so I'm going to click that button. You'll notice that it takes me to my Bloglines. I'll select Education. Again, I'll leave everything else in its default setting and click Subscribe. So let's go take a look at our feed now. You'll notice that in my Feeds tab, I have a folder for education. Tells me I have 30 items in there. Cog Dog blog, Delicious for Big and Ho C, 21st Century, and then I have the New York Times education. If I were to click on one of these, let's say I click on the Delicious account, it will show me on the right-hand side the first 10 items in my feed. If I add something new, that will add it to this list, and one of these will drop off the list in terms of showing them here. So if I wanted to go visit this site, I would simply click this link, any one of these links. I'm going to go to Photosynth here, and that will actually take us to that particular site. So there you can see how you can use Bloglines to keep track of all sorts of information where you can create the daily me, the things that you are interested in.